are you lesbian? I was like, ooh, at this moment I was like, I have to get out of this town one day. Like, I cannot be the person I'm meant to be here.
Hi lovelies.
Hello, I'm Whitney.
And I'm Megan.
And together we're Wegan. We're wife and wife.
And YouTubers and bloggers.
And we've been together for almost 12 years. Like, what?
Yeah, met when we were 12. I'm actually 32, turning 33 soon.
And I'm turning 32 soon as well. So we're 13 months apart.
So before any of you out there start thinking there's an age gap here, she is in her 30s.
Early 30s.
We thought we'd get dressed up today in celebration for
Lesbian Visibility Week 2020.
Yes! And we are super proud and pleased to find out that we are in the Visible 100 Lesbians in The Guardian. I will show you.
Yeah.
So it came inside this.
And
I got it. So it's with Div magazine. It says meet 100 lesbians changing the game for women loving women.
Oh, what an honor.
I know, I had no idea, so that was a real nice surprise.
And here is our little face. You can see it.
We've got Stevie and Jessica, we've got Char Bailey on there as well. So
loads of wonderful
friends.
people.
So that's exciting, and we thought we would film a special video for you talking about
our coming out experience, journey, story. Just saying those words gives me like anxiety.
Thinking back to it.
Can I have a sip of my
rosé? Should we do a cheers? Join us if you drink alcohol or grab your favourite beverage.
This is south of France rosé. Rosé. I think rosé from the south of France is the best, and this is the Mirabeau one.
Yeah, we're obsessed with rosé at the moment because of like the nice weather we've been getting in the UK. So. Well, oh, welcome to mine. You're nervous, aren't you? You're cute. So we have both talked about our coming out experiences on the channel.
Yes, we have
years ago. 2
separate videos. Yeah, I can't even bring myself to watch it.
We don't want to watch them. I mean, I'll link them if you want to go and watch and laugh.
This is a redo.
No? You don't want to see it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so we're just not even going to go there. We're going to introduce our coming out experiences again and talk through them together.
Yes, and no matter how old you are, like when you still go back to that time, even though it was like, I don't know, 15, 16, 17 years ago, it is still like the scariest and worst feeling in the world. Isn't it? For me it is.
Yeah, some people obviously have an amazing coming out experience, some people don't even have one. They're just like, it's my girlfriend, hey. And obviously a lot of us have a bad one, so...
Yeah, shall we just get into it?
Let's get to it. We'll have a little chat about it, so go ahead, babe.
Before I start though, I just want to say like this has been years. Like I came out at 15, I'm now gonna be, I don't know.
You're gonna be 32.
God, I thought it was 31, 32. Anyway, so there's like no like hard feelings. I'm not bitter. And later in life I realized I'm actually really proud to be from the South. I've embraced it. But at that time period,
More that went like this.
But at that time period, it was very different, and it's just I'm telling my story, so I don't want anyone back home I'm in touch with to take offense or anything like that.
Yeah, you should also say where you're from, babe.
Okay, I'm originally from the South, born in Tennessee, raised in Kentucky, and then went to Hawaii, and then ended up here, blah blah blah. But Southern girl by trade. Yeah, I just don't want anybody to take offense. No. I'm just telling my story.
Your story.
It's what happened. It's a series of events that I mean I remember. If you remember differently, let me know, because maybe I've got some PTSD from it. Maybe you should just start.
You want me to start? I don't know. I mean, there's always different coming out experiences because there's coming out to your family, your parents, or coming out to your parents. I think coming out to siblings if you have any, and also coming out to friends. So, and each one you have like a different journey with. And then, just gonna drop this in there, might drop, you keep coming out the rest of your life. So if you haven't come out yet, I'm sorry to tell you.
I mean, all the time.
It doesn't end every single day, especially if you're a femme lesbian. It's pretty much every day nearly that we come out if we interact with anyone. Even in Starbucks, the lady in front of me was like, oh, was like, your ring is so beautiful. Like, what's your husband do? And I'm like, well, my wife. And just little things like that you would never even think, mundane, tiny little things you say just in conversation. Maybe we'll get into that into another video because I think it's quite interesting. So, with me. Shoot from the hip, mate. Shoot from the hip. Who do I start with? Basically, I was 16, wasn't I? About 15, 16. Whitney was also about 15. But we were just crossing paths, different continents or whatever. We had no idea each other existed at this time. You know, how do I start? Oh my god, it's really hard. You were on a forum. Yeah. But my sister knew Lauren. Lauren knew, but I talked to her about it and she doesn't actually know how she knew. She just knew that I was gay. But I will say, actually, I think at first I kind of came out as bisexual to... In my head, I thought it would be easier for my mum to understand. I wasn't bisexual, I never fancied a man, but I just thought, I think a lot of people might do this as well. It's easier sometimes to come out as bisexual because you're sort of saying I'm still attracted to opposite sex and then see how you feel. But
you thought you would do that?
I thought my mum would be like, oh, there's still a chance you're going to marry a man.
Yeah.
But actually it backfired, but oh well. But anyway, no, I was outed by my mum. I was really hoping one day I'd come home with my beautiful girlfriend and be like, Mum, meet my girlfriend. But it just didn't happen that way. I've always been like really geeky online, into internet things and building websites.
Yeah, Megan is a total like geek and nerd.
Proper geek.
Very smart, and that's what I love about her.
Yeah,
actually.
like since the age of like, I don't know, 13 I've been online pretty much. I was in like one of these, I don't know, do you remember forums? Anyone out there? I mean, there is still a forum that exists that people use, which is strange, isn't there?
Can I have one?
Yeah, why did you put it down? Anyway, I remember I was doing like this little challenge thing, and it was like one thing is to build like a forum. So I was like, okay, I think I built like a gay rights forum or something. And I might have even done this when I was younger. Yeah, I must have done this when I was younger. And then about 16 or so, I was like, oh my God, remember that forum I built like to myself? Like, lol, let's go check it out and like die and cringe at myself. And so I looked at it, I was looking at it, and then Mum called me down for dinner. I still don't know how this happened, in like, how did she get there before me? But after dinner, somehow my mother had been on the computer and seen the forum, and she'd left me comments, messages on the forum. I was like, that's a new comment, that's weird, look. And it was like,
what did it say?
I think it was like, you're disgusting from your mother. And it had like the emojis, like eye bulging or something like that. And I literally was like, oh God, I want to die. This is, what, how's this real? I can't even remember what was really on there, but I was like, shit. So I went into my sister's room, Lauren. I was like,
Lauren, help, I think Mum knows.
And she was like,
yeah.
I kind of didn't tell you that Mum cornered me in the car, wouldn't let me out until I told her you're bisexual.
She's so aggressive.
She's, mother, if you're watching this, damn.
She's so good. You would never think it, but she'll be great at like hard sells. She could close anything or get anything out of you, man.
Yeah, so, and the irony is I also had like a gay rights, like kind of like, what do you call them, like pinball with like little, like,
of course you did,
like a cork board. And there weren't really obviously any like hardly any lesbians out. I had Ian McKellen on it, like Alan Cumming, like older actors. So I was like, anyway, and every day my mum would walk in the room and would turn it around because she didn't want my younger sister Bethany to see it.
Who's now a raging lesbian.
That's what I was getting to, yeah.
Sorry.
It wasn't my fault, wasn't anything to do with the pinboard.
You're born that way, folks, if you haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, so that was my coming out experience with my mother, and it was bad for like a couple of years at least. But I mean, I will say my mum actually doesn't remember. We did a video for Lad Bible. Both of us did it, and with our mums to get their experience and like looking back on our coming out experience. But I didn't know that my mother didn't remember how she reacted. So I do sometimes feel a little bit bad talking about it. However, it is what happened. And I don't even go into the half of it really. So yeah, that happened and it was bad, but I think my mum just was worried that I would leave an unhappy life, probably because I've already got a disability, and I think she was just worried that I was going to completely change in character and personality and live a like bullied life or something like that. And also something interesting that we found out from the Lad Bible video that we did is that my mum had to come to terms with the fact she had to come out. And that was quite an interesting way to look at it, because I think for your mums and your dads and stuff like that, sometimes it's actually hard for them to have to like tell other people. Like, and then they get really proud when they tell people, don't they?
They're like, guess what?
They're like, told my friend about you today.
I know.
I'm like, oh, well done. So that's my experience with my mum, who now obviously is very accepting, loves Whitney more than anything, and isn't aware she acted that way. My dad has always been fine, and I didn't really come out to Bethany, my younger sister, either. She just knew, and Laura knew, so that is my family coming out experience.
You're very good at like synopsising it quickly.
Your mind's muddled. I can help you with yours.
My mind is muddled. My mind is muddled.
Yeah. You do. I think Whitney. Look at her, she's freaking out. Whitney is a lot more of like, this is like typical American high school religious southern drama blockbuster coming your way soon story.
Netflix original.
Yeah.
It was the fall of, I think 2004 actually. I was 15. I don't know what it is. Well,
So
I had this friend. We became really good friends in high school. We would I don't know, go mountain bike riding together. I know that's random, but we lived in the south and
she did mountain.
We had pretty mountains. And we just became really close very quickly. A lot of people thought we were dating, and I'm like, nah, we're not dating. But before we kind of knew about each other, we just had this understood rule that we're like friends. And this person maybe came in my life at the right time. Maybe I needed him and vice versa, but it did not end well. But anyway, so me and this guy become really good friends. And then my mom is like, oh, Ewan, I'm not gonna say his name, or, ooh, really?
When you going to the prom?
Yeah, I was gonna get there. There was like a snowball dance or something like that. And she's like, you gonna go with him, you know, ooh. And I'm like, no. And she kept going on and on and on. And I was finally like, no, he's gay. I don't want to say too much about this person, but at the time, I don't know how he's living his life now, but he confided in me that he liked men, okay? And he knew I liked women, and we just weirdly like connected like magnets. Like, it was the strangest thing. Like, gaydar, and like I felt like we had a friendship. We were friends maybe like 6 months, but it felt like a lifetime of a friendship. It was the weirdest thing. We told each other everything, and he really helped me actually deal with some like emotions at the time. I had another best friend who was completely there as well, but this guy went to my school, so it was kind of different. I'm rambling, aren't I?
No, it's fine. You haven't finished the story of what happened with your mum asking you.
Okay, so I said, no, he's gay. And she said, she paused. She said, are you? And this was my moment of opportunity. I thought, I really thought it was like time froze forever. And I thought, if I just say yes, I can pull this band-aid off now. And the sooner I come out, you know, the quicker I can live my life out and free and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, just gonna do it.
Just gonna do it. And I knew it was not gonna be easy, okay? It was not easy. So I said yes. And then like she slams her hands on the table. My mom is like a force to be reckoned with sometimes. A lot of Southern women are. I said yes. And then the look on her face was just like, no. Like, where did I go wrong? Like, what did I do to,
that's
like,
true. Mom still would go, what did I do wrong?
And I am her only child, so it was probably a big, you know, back then. And we're in the Bible Belt as well. I'm in Kentucky at the time. And then she calls me like a faggot. And I'm like, if you're gonna insult me, like, call me the right terminology. You know, I mean, that word is horrible, but she could have called me something else.
I remember another thing. I remember hearing my mum call me a dyke, yelling to my dad about it, and my dad said, do not call her that. See, our mums are so similar here. My mom used the right word. My mom was absolutely horrific in the beginning, and I called my aunt and my cousin, and they were all like trying to calm my mom down, and they came over to console me because my mom started going ballistic. Ooh. Drink.
Yeah, drink. And then weirdly, like, that kind of all, it calmed down, I suppose. Like, maybe she thought it was a phase, and she was okay with the fact maybe it was a phase. Like, that gave her comfort, I think, knowing I might grow out of it. But I'm still in high school, okay? Then things take a turn for the worst. This new friend I have, I don't know what possessed him, but he told my two best friends at the time, who were very straight, girls, that he outed me to them, and he said that I was in love with someone. And he said,
I can prove it because I know her password to MSN.
MSN, can I just say, who remembers MSN?
And for whatever reason, before any of this happened, I had the weirdest divine intervention to change my password that day. I don't know why. I haven't changed it forever. And all I did was add an extra letter. It was the same initials, but I just added an extra letter. And then the girls went to check it to see, oh, let's see. And he's like, yeah, I'll show you. And then it didn't work. So that was my way out. I was like, see, he's lying.
But they called you, right? So how did you know? They called you?
Oh, yeah, they called me.
Like, hey, are you listening?
When I'm with somebody, like, I don't know what to say about.
What?
I don't know what to say about the girl.
In a short story, Whitney had sort of a secret relationship with a girl at school.
It was very weird. It was very, like, complicated. It was more emotional.
Yes. It wasn't like a relationship confirmed, because she never confirmed a thing to you, did she?
No, and vice versa. But there's no doubt, I think we both had feelings for each other.
You had a complicated relationship.
Right. So I'm with this girl that night, and then my phone rings at midnight, and I'm like, why are they calling me? And then they screamed on the phone, Whitney, are you a lesbian? Because such and such told me that you were, and like, I just don't know how I feel about that. And like,
love this drama.
Horrible. Like, my heart is palpitating. And mind you, they're yelling through the phone, and I'm like, pipe down, because I haven't told this person that I'm gay yet, even though, duh. So that all happens. I deny it. I'm like, no, he is gay. Like, he is lying. I don't know what, but I still don't know what possessed him to do that. That was betrayal. God.
Have a sip, babe.
So I don't know what possesses him to do that, but he does it. And I deny it. And then it gets around, then I say he's gay, and then somehow it gets around the whole school that I started this dirty rumor that he is gay. Okay. And people are coming at me thinking I'm causing drama, and it totally backfires. And I'm like, what? Number one, I get outed. My mom finds out, then I'm outed. And then not only am I outed, they think I'm in love with such and such, blah, blah, blah. It's just horrific. And then the whole school turns against me. So literally in a matter of like a week, I don't even know what's hit the fan. Like, I am like in a dark place. I feel broken. Like, because my, oh, God.
Oh, you get emotional?
Yeah. Oh.
That was a lot to go through in a week though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're cute.
This is so bizarre.
Oh no, see? Hello baby, come join us.
It's so weird because I don't even really think about it that much. I know,
it was trauma.
I never really like processed it. I just like, I don't know. I'm just embarrassed.
Well, it's just traumatic, very traumatic. In 1 week you had your mum, you had your friends fall out of you.
And then I just didn't know, like, I had no outlet. I had nowhere to go. You know what I mean? So I was like, ooh, at this moment, I was like, I have to get out of this town one day. Like, I cannot be the person I'm meant to be here. And, man, whew. So that all happens, and, like, I finally record this person admitting on the phone that they're gay, and, like, threatened to play it for the whole school. So I don't know what happened. This girl, I don't remember what, she wanted to beat me up. She's like, why are you starting this drama? Oh. And I literally just, and then like people that I can really thought were like really nice, good girls and like genuine people, they all turned on me. They all thought I was a monster, and like their parents did, and I literally felt thrown under the bus. So then I think I had an eating disorder at this point. I never realized why until later in life. I think I was just trying to cope as well with everything going on. And I knew I was gay, and I was religious, and I still am religious. That's a whole nother video. But then the worst part was when my two friends, my mom was like a cool mom, you know, she would kind of know things about my friends that they got up to, and she wouldn't tell their parents if they showed up in church every Sunday. Like, how Southern is that?
You better be in church.
You better be in church. So the two girls, they refused. So this was a Saturday, they called me and asked me about if I was a lesbian, and then after a football game or something like that. And then on the Sunday, they didn't show up because they didn't want to sit next to me because they thought I was like contagious. So this is all adding fuel to the fire. So I feel like I lost my best friends. I felt like I lost, like, my mother didn't even know really what to do. I felt like such a disappointment. I felt like I had absolutely no one to go to or turn to. Because I was a femme lesbian too, and like, you know, I just didn't feel like I could relate. I had no one to like relate to, like no one, except this girl who we didn't even talk about anything. And I think I even denied that I was gay to her as well, which was weird. But I thought to myself, if I can get through this, my God, I can get through absolutely anything. But at the time, I was just kind of, I still didn't process it. I was just in la la land. Wasn't I?
I don't know, it wasn't there, my babe.
I know. And then things kind of,
no, I love you sitting on it.
She's so cute. I don't know, it's all kind of like a blur, but I think I just like didn't care what anyone thought at this point. I was so beat down. I think you're either gonna sink or swim. I swam, thank God. Once I got
no. So face this way.
Okay. I think once that oh God, there's a silence. Oh, and I want to say, in the midst of all this, my church at the time are gathering members of the church together to go protest in our state capitol about gay marriage, and there was you know, man plus woman equals marriage signs everywhere, and this is literally like in the midst of it all. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to hell, blah blah blah. Okay, so after all that trauma, I don't come out yet. I kind of go back in the closet. I don't come out yet, and I just whatever. I don't necessarily say yes or no. I just am. And then I just start getting confident, showing up. Like, showing up is the best thing you can actually do, I think. And I got okay with me, and then it just kind of went away, I suppose. And then I ended up telling my mom that I had feelings for this girl, because you know, your first like love, I suppose, it's like when you look back, you're like, really? Like, I don't know why I got so upset about that.
You have to go through it.
You have to go
through your first love.
But when you're young, and like mine was just so complicated, it was just so difficult. But I hope that person feels flattered, because I feel flattered, wouldn't you? I wanted a girl like that who was gay, and I didn't think they existed. Does that make sense? And then this whole awakening of like, oh, there are girls like me out there, you know? But that all kind of passed, and then my mom really kind of became supportive when I used to get upset and like cry or whatever, like over this girl. My mom was like, she was there, like she definitely didn't abandon me. Like she did open her arms up in the end, which was nice. Because I think she saw how hurt I was.
And your mom loves me now.
Yeah. But I'm really happy I had that experience, because it gave me an awakening of like, if I'm ever really gonna find that or someone like that, like, I mean, I deserve that. And I'm worthy of that. So peace out, Kentucky.
Bye.
Bye. Come my senior year, everyone in my life that I actually loved knew, and they were okay about it, and they were supportive. You know, I could talk about my dramas with them, and you know, just like I'm talking about a boy, and that was nice. I made the decision to get out of Kentucky and go to Hawaii for university or college. So I did. And then, yeah, I knew I wouldn't live in Hawaii forever, but I knew it was a stepping stone to get me to where I needed to be, which is England.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, I haven't really gone into all the details of everything of how horrible it actually was, because that would take like hours. But it was a horrific story. I was outed, was not ready to come out, didn't even cross my mind that I ever would. I mean, I would. I didn't even think about it. You know what I mean? I just was.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't think about coming out?
No.
It's crazy.
And then for someone who wasn't even thinking about it, whew, my whole life went upside down.
Damn, it happened, didn't it?
Yeah, and girls can be mean, boys can be mean, people can be really mean.
But moral of the story, I guess, is you can survive it. You might lose friends, you might lose your family members. Hopefully they'll come back into your life.
Yeah. Oh, my dad, it wasn't what he said, it's what he didn't say, if that makes sense. My mom had so much to say.
Yeah, so our dads are both pretty much the same. My dad's never really spoken to me about it. Your dad's never really spoken to you about it. They've just been okay with it. Haven't said anything bad in that sense.
No.
If you've watched all this and you're freaking out at coming out, sorry about that. And it's important, if you do have, hopefully, that one friend you can confide in who will stick with you throughout it all. Luckily for me, my best friend at the time was also gay. We both came out at exactly the same time, a girl as well. So that was really random.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think also for me, online friends, because I was always online. So I think what's quite good about today is that you're going to find so many accepting people out there, and obviously so many other LGBTQ plus people out there that did not exist when we were younger.
Absolutely. And this is how old I am. I was 15 when the L Word came out on Showtime, and I was counting down the days. It was like the best thing that ever happened to me when I saw it. Like, I had to sneak to watch it because my mom was like, you can't be watching those lesbian shows. And it literally like kind of changed my life too, because it had women on there who I felt I could relate to, you know, like Power Woman Bette Porter, and like her relationship. And I always thought like, I want that one day, you know. And like when Helena Peabody, Rachel, who we know now, which is really cool. So no, it just really opened up my eyes, and I was like, I need to have a life like that. Exactly. I'm just a girl from Kentucky, so just a girl from Kentucky. So sometimes I pinch myself to think how low I was at one point to really how far I've come. Because when you stop caring what people think and you embrace you and you become okay with you, like things change and powerful things can happen.
Yeah.
Self-belief and self-love, which is hard. Which is very hard. But I'm happy. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a single thing of my coming out story or my journey. And I wouldn't have done anything differently.
Because here we are today.
Here we are today.
Visible!
Visible! And I think what happened to both Megan and I kind of led us naturally. We didn't even realize, but it was steering us to do what we're meant to do for our jobs, really, which is, you know, to be visible, to help people.
Exactly. So if you don't have anyone supporting you, we support you, we're there for you, and we believe in you, and there is nothing wrong with you.
Luckily, thank God, you know, my family came around and they love me and they love Megan. And time does heal everything, and if it doesn't, you know, you can create your own family, which is a beautiful thing. Living in the closet was horrible, like not knowing like who I was going to be with or what I was going to do, and all this crazy stuff is scary. But now living like this open life is like literally amazing. You have one life to live, and I'm so happy like to live it the way we do, authentically, and with each other.
Yes, baby. Oh, wifey. Also, sorry if you hear that noise behind us. It is our puppy eating a bone or something. Cutie pie. Well, I mean, in a nutshell, that was our coming out experience.
I mean, that doesn't really scratch the surface, but that's like a synopsis.
Yeah, I mean, I think I even forgot to even go more into detail about my coming out experience, but you know what? That will do for now.
Yeah, you can always follow up on this.
If you have any questions about it, then drop us a comment.
And we are in the process of writing a book, y'all, aren't we, babe?
We are indeed, so there'll be more
juicy
details in there. So happy Lesbian Visibility Week. If you didn't know, we also run a dating website for femme, LGBTQ+ women and those that love them, findfemmes.com, @findfemmes. So check it out, we'll be doing some fun stuff over there for the week as well.
Thank you all so much for your time, and I hope this video has helped whoever needs it.
Yes, let us know if it does. And good luck with your coming out experience. That's a love.
That's the love.
Love you, cutie. Love you too.
I never really in my life thought, you know, that 15-year-old Whitney in Kentucky not having really a clue about anything. I didn't think we'd be sitting here today with my British wife, living this life that we do and that you fit in so well and you're so accepting, and you know, you wouldn't have it any other way.
It's a perfect marriage, and it couldn't be more perfect. Just say I love you for who you are.
Yep.
And become all you can, and that's all anyone ever wants.
Fix my hair, no, it's done.
What? Baby's looking beautiful today. We've been here for like half an hour trying to figure out the lighting. Because we're looking good, y'all. We got dressed up for you and now it's not working.
No, I don't like the angle now. I need to sit on a pillow.
I got a dress on with
Okay, let's do it.
sleeves.
I don't know, my cat's cropped out, but... And shall I read what it says about us?
Nah.
And it looks a lot darker on camera than it is, but it's actually really blush and really light.
It is. The glasses themselves are a blush rosé. Also, when I comb my hair, one side I can do really well, and the other side I can't. I'm getting frustrated. Oh, coming out. Look, you can go back to how your mum. Well,
okay.
You nearly out of my woman.
I know.
No, she's noticed the windows open over there. Cute, babe.
Hang on.